Enjoy that song here because you won't hear it ever again on your television screen because it's Bally's Southwest. No, it's good. It's Bally's Southwest now. No more Fox Sports Southwest. Vosh, how's that make you feel?
End of an era. I kind of grew up watching Fox Sports Southwest, but this theme though should continue.
Nope, they got a new one.
They do?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah. Well, rest in peace to this theme song.
Yeah, it's dead now.
Cat sent it to me so I can use it as my screen. My what is it? My ringtone.
Your ringtone?
So, yeah.
You want to make that as your ringtone?
Yeah.
I like screensaver better.
All that.
Yeah, we use it as a ringtone. I mean, I have college basketball as mine. Matter of fact, I might try to find that Fox Sports Southwest. That's a good idea, Vosh.
Mm-hmm.
Really good idea. We got Reggie here in the studio. He's going to be tearing up the Addison Improv this Sunday at 7 o'clock, right?
7 o'clock.
And he's the headline. He's the showstopper, the show stealer, the highlight of the night. And I'm just so proud, man.
I just closed the show out, man. I just closed the show.
I mean,
That's it. That's all.
I'm just Michael Jackson closed the show out. You know, Prince closed the show out. This is great to see. This is great to see you doing that, man. And you've got how many people on the card with you?
There's 8 other comics.
Okay.
Yeah, performing.
And you guys just going in there about what? So what? Well, you're not gonna be on at 7. What time are we looking at you about? 8 or 9?
I don't like to say what time I'm gonna be on because people like to show up late. They're like, oh well, you ain't going on till this time, so I'll show up then. No, I don't want you walking in the middle of the show.
Yeah, don't walk in the middle of the show.
Be there at 7.
Be there at 7.
Get your seats.
Yeah. Watch out. I want to check out all the comments. I want to see who's the funniest one.
Oh yeah,
out of all of them.
I mean, it should be a good show. They put some pretty good talent.
Okay, can you put that on the screen real quick for the people at home to show? We want to make sure they get out there to the Addison Improv. Like I said, I stay right around the corner. I'll be there. And this is happening again, 7 o'clock. Addison Improv. Reggie is going to be headlining the show. That's really just a proud moment, man.
That's kind of big time because the Addison Improv, well, back in the day, was the spot for comics here in Dallas. Now, they have the what's this thing right here? This big one right here by old Studio Cat.
Oh, the Majestic?
The Majestic.
Right.
And so, it's almost like our Apollo.
Right.
But like the Addison Improv.
What's the other one down there? House of Blues.
House of Blues is more
that's for concerts.
It's too many different spots inside of that one building.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about more so history. And with the Addison Improv, to me, it feels like the Laugh Factory in LA. Because then you have the Staples, you have everything else. And so I equate that to the Laugh Factory in LA. Just me.
Yeah, it's definitely world renowned. A lot of famous comics have performed on that stage, so I feel honored to be taking the stage where so many people that I look up to actually have performed.
So the last comic I seen at this location that you're gonna be at, the one Addison, was Donnell Rawlins. That was the last person I seen there. And then I went to Arlington to see Deion Cole.
That's another good one.
Yeah, he is very funny. He is very funny. I fell in love with him off of Blackish.
Yeah,
but he's funny. But something that may not be too comedic. Billy might find it entertaining. Mark Cuban was doing some radio earlier, talking about our Dallas Mavs. You have a jersey on, Mavs, and
it's crazy. Let me
go ahead,
because I know if anybody is watching it that knows me, like if Rome is paying attention, he might hit you up. So I gotta confess it before it gets out. I am not a Dallas Maverick fan.
What?
I am not.
What? But you have a Mavericks jersey on.
Yes, I got it for the skyline in Dallas. I was born and raised. I love the city of Dallas. I am a huge Cowboy fan.
Okay.
But
it's kind of like Billy with the Cowboys. I mean, he says he loves Dak Prescott, but he doesn't.
I love Dak off the field. I'm telling you, I love Dak off the field.
Hold on. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. I did.
I love him off the field.
I love Dak off the field. Dak is one of.
Why'd you have to put the emphasis on?
Because he's a great guy. I mean, you see, like, there's always videos of him like feeding homeless.
Yeah. Very charitable.
Oh man, I think there was a video of him praying with his family. Like he's great off the field.
Okay, well, what about on the field?
So, like I was saying, I'm not a huge, I'm not a Dallas Mavericks fan. I'm actually an Indiana Pacer fan.
Well, I just had that. I had that polo on last week.
I am an Indiana Pacer fan. Okay. I have a custom Pacers jersey. I wasn't gonna wear it tonight though, because I was like, I'm going on a talk show here in Dallas. So I'm put but I have a custom Pacer jersey as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a friend on the staff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Canales.
Big supporter of the show too.
Coach.
Big supporter of the show.
Oh man.
Well, guess another facade is in the studio.
No,
now,
don't
you
do
to
that.
my right,
Don't
you to
do
my left.
that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I love the city of Dallas, but yeah.
I guess we'll bypass you on this segment because you probably don't have anything to add to the segment.
I mean, I know the Mavericks. So.
Okay, you've heard of them.
Yeah,
you've heard of them. Yeah, funny. Thank you for joining us in the Maverick City. Bosh, Mr. Cuban was on the radio earlier, and he covered a lot of things today. We talked about team building and how things are being structured. I think I might have some bad news for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cuban is not ready to give up on Luka and Porzingis is what I took away from that interview today.
Okay.
I know a guy like you. You're pretty down on Mr. Big Stop.
Big Stop Porzingis.
Mr. Big Stop
That's what I
Porzingis.
refer to him as.
Being here and being gone, I don't think there's going to be a situation where he's going to be leaving Dallas anytime soon.
Terrell Owens was here for a hot second, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was known for being like a locker room killer guy, but he had talent.
Right.
I see Kristaps being that same dude, and I see Cuban making those same comments as what one Jerry Jones said about T.O.
Okay.
And so I equate that to the same thing. I'm sure Carlisle gets frustrated with him not really wanting to play basketball as much as everybody else. And so once you lose the coach and once you lose the teammates, because we still remember T.O. going in and saying, hey, they're Jason Witten, Romo, and all them drawing up stuff. And then
Patrick
of course
Craig confirmed it.
And then PC comes on the show, Patrick Creighton comes on the show and tells us, they kind of were. And then all of a sudden T.O. was gone, magically gone. And a lot of that had to do with Parcells. Well, I see this as the same way. I see Porzingis, if he doesn't play ball, or if he stays injured, something like that, or if you continuously ruin the chemistry between you and my franchise guy, then I'm gonna have to take out the lesser of two evils and let you go.
Well, to back that statement up, he brought up a story of Jason Terry and Dirk. He said when they first got here, they didn't get along and they figured it out. So he's under the impression that Luka and KP are going to figure it out.
Was Jed less of an alpha than Porzingis though when it comes to just offensive?
Well, in 06 he made that very bad move.
Yeah, Steve Nash.
Yeah, to lose that year. So I guess they take it as it was his fault, and I guess Dirk didn't like it or whatever, or they had beef because of it. But Cuban says that they pretty much worked through it and figured it out.
But like Dirk is one of like the nicest guys though, right?
Yeah, it's hard to.
Dirk can get along with people. Luka don't seem like that type of guy that want to sit down and chat.
I listen, I agree with him. I've never said that before, man, but I'm glad you just brought that up. I've watched Luka Doncic over
like
the
doing
season.
media, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, hey, listen, I tell you what, man. Luka Doncic, I don't know if he's a likable guy like that. I mean, he has dog in him to a certain extent, but only people I really see just running around loving and hugging on him all the time is like THJ. I see him all the time. Dwight Powell, some of those other guys. It seems like Finney Smith likes him a lot, but he just, I don't know, it's just something about the vibe he gives off. And again, he's young. Maybe he'll develop. But like I had mentioned to you guys earlier, I put it on Twitter. I think it's up to Luka. You're the franchise guy. You have to extend the hand to try to make this thing work. If it's an issue between you and Porzingis for whatever reason, it doesn't matter to me what the issue is. If you guys are going to work it out, it's got to start with Luka trying to reach out. You're the guy that's going to be here for sure. So I just think, he's a guy that can help you on your team, he being Porzingis. I think you got to try to figure out a way to work that out. You're the leader of the team, or supposed to be the leader of the team. I think that's the way that it should go. You can't sit here and keep telling Porzingis, hey, keep adjusting yourself until Luka likes you. No. Figure it out. Make it work, man. If you want to win, here's a piece that can help you win. Figure it out.
There is a disdain look on Tovash's face. I'm gonna let him go next.
Oh no, I was just pretty much picturing those two guys coexisting. Even if you don't on the court, because so basically both of these dudes are alphas, right? But one of them is more transcendent than the other.
Okay.
And I don't need Porzingis getting butthurt about any single thing after a game, during a game, or whatever the situation may be, in front of the media or in front of fans or whatever. What I need from my number 2 guy
Whoa.
is
You see that? Air Force.
I need Scottie Pippen out of you. Pippen really didn't fuss about anything. He got a headache or two, and then whatever. I'ma still ball. I need that dude to ball and be a number 2.
Well, he's been balling for the past couple games.
And at the end of the day,
Well, and Billy
I
even-
need you to know your role and shut your damn mouth.
And Billy said that he's the best man. He's the best Maverick on the floor.
He had been the
He had
best
been best
Maverick
Maverick on the floor the past couple weeks.
Yeah, he gonna ball for a couple games, then he gonna take a couple off.
Okay, well,
So,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. And Cuban confirmed that today. He basically confirmed that that is an organizational move. That's not a Kristaps Porzingis.
That's a
move.
cover up. Cuban is lying.
And he says, and he's
Cuban is a very nice guy as well.
and
Cuban
Cuban,
is a very nice guy.
Come on.
and Mr.
Come on,
Cuban
guys.
Mr. Cuban also made known that when Kristaps has to miss a game, he's very upset, but he understands what's at stake. He sees the bigger picture for what we're trying to do here.
Boy, that's almost like a girl saying, "It's not you. It's not really you. It's me."
Yeah.
But then she got a whole side dude on the side.
So
You know what I'm saying?
are we really of the mindset that just KP he does not want to play? He just
First
picks
of all,
and
go
chooses?
ahead.
At some point, do I think he was hurt? Yeah,
Okay.
but at sometimes, especially I think at that level, if it what it takes to get you to that level, sometimes you're gonna have to play through some stuff.
Sure.
You gotta have some want to.
Yeah.
You gotta have some I don't know what y'all can say on this show, but you gotta have
Whatever.
some stuff.
Some shit.
Some cojones.
Yeah.
Some nuts.
To play through.
I'm like closed captioning here.
Yeah, to play through
Yeah, you enjoy
some of those
this.
nagging things.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you gonna be hurting. Like everybody, it's 82 games on a hardwood floor. There's gonna be some games where you hurt. You see guys like you. Sometimes Lukas dragging his leg. You think, oh man, and then he'll go blow by somebody. You'll see, man. I see Porzingis. He'll stand at the 3-point line at 7 foot and just look like I don't feel like it.
Why did he stay?
Well, I feel like
I don't feel like it tonight.
Well, I just feel. Well, I don't even think it's that, man. I just think I've said this for a while now. I don't think the Mavericks know how to effectively use Kristaps Porzingis. They don't. He's not a back to your back. He's not a back to the basket type guy. We know that everybody says he should be because he's 7'3" or whatever. But that's not what made him the quote unquote unicorn or whatever. Okay, he's a guy. He's a stretch big. He can shoot the ball from range. He can put it on the floor and all this different type of stuff. He's not going to get those opportunities here with Luka because Luka's ball dominant. KP, they're not going to give it to KP and say, hey, we're going to run the offense through you. They're just not. They don't even do that when Luka's off the floor. They give it to Brunson and say, hey, we're going to run the offense through you. And KP just stand there and shoot threes.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle's offense always goes to the point guard.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, and that's not his fault. And I was going to say this, too. What is there to really gain for KP, really, just by him missing games? What is there to gain? I mean, what is he doing by missing games? What is there to gain? How does that help him?
Well, I would say the Mavericks are losing games that you should be winning a lot of the times.
And that's with him on the floor, too.
Help take the edge off of Luka's body. That's one thing. Make it easier to beat teams. Be able to be a defensive presence. Hopefully be able to be an offensive presence. 28-13 looks good. Like I just said, and be the leading scorer and the leading rebound getter. And then put your ass on notice and say, hey, NBA, there's 2 of us down here. But he doesn't do that. What you see a lot of times is he's out. He's out shoulder, he's out leg, he's out back, he's out foot. And you're like, come on, man. Like, this dude misses a lot of fucking games. Right.
Well,
I need that to stop.
Well, it was made known at the beginning of the season that he wouldn't play back-to-backs. That was widely made known.
He not on that level, though.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Right on cue, alley to my guy KP from Luka.
From Luka,
The best
okay.
friends.
Okay.
The friendship.
friends.
Your buddies
The
tonight?
friendship. They
Your
made 2 points,
buddies?
so they best friends now.
Yeah.
Friendship is back.
So what's the score?
Mavs up by 10, 53-43, 3.5 minutes left in the first half.
The Lakers are having a party on Saturday night, and I'm trying to get invited. And I will fly
You won't
back.
be here. You won't be here.
I still want the invite.
You won't be here.
The invite still means something.
But I mean,
It still means something.
yeah, it
still means
does.
something.
But like, I mean, like that particular play, I need more of that instead of this guy in the Mavericks polo. In fact, I think I borrowed this from him to wear on the show because he wears this fucking shirt a lot.
You need to stop.
And so,
I mean,
You need to stop.
I mean,
Seriously.
you said Cuban said that's an organizational thing.
He didn't even say it was organizational. He basically these were his words when he was asked the question. He said, "Well, KP sees the bigger picture, and when he misses games, he understand. He is upset. He's just as upset. So that
I recently saw a story about Allen Iverson. Not saying they're the same talent, but there was a story that said they had to hide
his
Iverson's
jersey to keep him from
to
playing
keep
hurt.
him off the court. So if he really was so upset about missing games, I think he would play in a few more.
Well, we don't. You don't want to go against the organization. And
man, to hell with that, man.
okay,
So you think the organization's gonna be like, we're upset you're playing more?
That part.
yeah.
They're gonna be upset.
Because their thing is we're trying to minimize
the risk.
The risk.
He did that last year and still got hurt in 2 games.
No, he
Had his
played a lot of games last season.
No,
I'm talking
he's
the
talking
playoffs.
He's
Yeah.
talking playoffs. So
They had how many months off during COVID?
Yeah.
He had how long of a
He
break?
played almost every game in the bubble.
Yeah.
He played
No.
almost every game.
He played 2 games and then he was.
I know,
out
but
the
they-
series.
No, that was when the playoffs started. But
When the playoffs
when the bubble started,
Yeah.
he was out.
8 games.
I was gonna say, was it 8? And then the playoffs. We needed.
Yeah, because I remember they played Phoenix. I remember they played Phoenix. He played when they first got.
He got ejected 1 game.
That was in the playoffs.
That was in the playoffs.
And then he got hurt.
He got hurt.
He only played 2 games in the playoffs.
Once he got ejected, that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, that was
he
it.
got hurt in that game.
Yeah, he was already injured, but he got ejected. So, which I'm thinking is bullshit.
He had 3 months off. What was he doing those 3 months?
Y'all gonna listen to it? Yeah, y'all gonna listen one day.
Okay, all
He had
right.
3 months off
So you make
and
it
got hurt in 10 games.
Well, he missed half the season already and had to come back and sit out.
I wasn't even gonna mention that. I'm just talking about the 3 months he had on vacation, resting, and now he can't play back to backs.
And it's 72 games.
Like I said, hey, I'm a Pacers fan. I'm just saying what I see on Sports Center.
Would y'all
This
take?
guy,
Would y'all take him over there?
Nah, we won't.
Y'all won't take
We already got enough
Big
sauce.
style. See,
He's hearing what you're
he's
saying.
hearing what you're saying right now.
Oh, he listening?
He's balling
He
right
just
now.
went ahead and posterized
All right.
man Anthony Davis
So-
under the rim.
Yeah, we got him.
Nice
then-
little poster.
But
So
here's
he's gonna take the next 3 games off.
Yeah,
Which is exerting too much energy right now.
Let's take care of these Lakers, and then you can have a day off.
Let's
KP.
yeah, we'll give him
Go ahead.
Saturday off.
Go ahead
You
and
know,
take this.
we need
Wait a
to
minute, don't
take
they
care
play
of
the Lakers again? Then?
Yeah, Saturday.
on
We'll
Saturday.
give- well, yo,
His ass better be on the court Saturday too.
They need both of these, right? They what? 3 behind the Lakers?
Yeah, I think
It's
they-
a couple
games
I wanna say
behind the
3.
It's
Lakers.
3 or 4 behind the Lakers.
Because
Right
wasn't Luka crying about the play-in game?
Yeah, he
like he
was.
want to miss that, right?
Ooh, just
now.
He don't want to play in the play-in game, right? So
well, he's basically saying that he doesn't see the point of the playing game, and that's just like, bro, you wouldn't have to worry about the playing game if you just take care of business in the.
like I say, if
And-
you
and-
get to 5 or 6, you don't have to. talk
So
about it, right?
as of right now, the Mavericks stand 3.5 behind the Lakers in the games back situation. So right now it's 8.5 for the Lakers and 12 for the Mavericks. Of course, we're talking about the number 1 seed. So the Mavericks are outside looking in from by half a game, by the way, from Portland at 12 games to 11.5. So we're chasing number 6, and then we're coming for number 5 before LeBron gets back.
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
So basically, you were saying taking the pressure off Luka. We talked. Cuban talked about that, and I think Bassick asked him about taking the ball out of his hands, which I have alluded to a lot on the show. Taking the ball out of his hand and giving an extra ball defender, just so we can have Luka around maybe in the 4th quarter. What do we like to call it? What does he like to call it? Usage rate?
yeah.
We wanted to lower his usage rate.
It's gonna be hard to do that.
I think it also takes Luka's it'll pretty much give him a hard time getting going. I think that you want him with the ball. I mean, he's white Russell Westbrook or white James Harden, so he needs the ball in his hands to make this offense
to get in
go.
rhythm.
He is figuring out. He's figuring out. I mean, he's putting that fadeaway jump shot in his game now, which I've always said. Once he puts that in his game, it's over with. There ain't gonna be nobody who can stop him. And he's knocking it down convincingly too. Like, it's not ugly. It's knocking.
I think guys like that just have a knack for getting the ball in the rim, but they also pretty much everybody has that same weakness. Shaq had it. You know, dominant people have it. Giannis has it. Either you can't shoot free throws, you can't shoot jumpers, but it's always
He
something.
can't just shoot free throws.
Right, it's always something. And so, yeah, I mean, Luka has those issues too with, shooting free throws, but he also has an issue of crying and get back on defense, which translate. So I need those to be corrected. So yes, you need him to stay on the court with the ball in his hands, because without it, I mean, he's not JJ Redick from deep.
Not a spot-up shooter.
So you don't want that. You want him creating, because he's very, very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Plus, do you want to upset your best player? Like, don't
Right.
he enjoys the ball in his hand, right?
Right.
Do you want to,
I
as a
feel
coach, do you
I
go to
feel
him and be like,
I feel like sometimes it does need to come out of him. I feel like his game would open up and evolve more if they take the ball out
Yeah,
of his
you
hand.
can add more to his game.
You can add more to
he
his
needs
game.
to learn how to play off the ball, man. I mean, you think
but
about
if
it.
but if he's already this great player with the ball in his hand,
I
you
wouldn't-
want
I
him
wouldn't-
learning all this other stuff?
I mean,
Just
great.
let him do what he-
Let's not get too up there. Great.
You don't
I
think
wouldn't give him just great yet.
As of right now,
He's good.
He's a great basketball
He's
player.
damn great. He's damn good. He's damn good.
You don't think he's great right now?
Nah, I wouldn't give him great. Let's not anoint him great.
because of
That's
the free
it.
throws?
Yeah, he's still got. And Tobias was just talking about his free throw situation, arguing with the referees. That was brought up too. And Cuban says he's very smart. He knows, he's very aware of what's going on. He just feels he takes his. Cuban says he's like me. He takes his frustration out on the referee. And with the whole arguing with the referees there.
That dude cry a lot.
He's
He
begging for
cry a
calls.
lot.
He's begging for calls. There's
and
no
he's gotta stop
frustration.
that, man.
He's begging for calls, and right now he's first in the league in technical fouls. And I don't need him, pretty much getting the technical.
We don't need
foul
him getting the technical and then come playoff time.
right around playoff time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the intensity is going to ramp up just a little bit more, Lukas. So I'm going to need you to get your shit together now versus later, when we already know Porzingis ain't going to be on the court.
True.
So we don't need Luka.
Come on, man. We don't
sitting
even know
next
that.
to
We
him.
don't even. Where are you
And-
getting that from, man? What are you doing?
And if you give players like Pat Beverly,
He's enjoying this. He
Yes,
enjoys the demise of KP.
if you know guys like Pat Beverly and they see, oh, we know we can get under his skin.
He be 19 last night, man.
KP had 19.
Yeah.
And he played today.
And we celebrating.
Wow.
And we're celebrating 19.
I mean,
Hey,
he normally gives you about. He normally gives you about 20. He normally gives you about 20.
He's already at 17 in the first half. So.
Yeah.
17 in the first half.
Yeah.
He's not playing in the second half. I'm
You
sorry.
know,
What we got
Come on,
coming up
KP,
next?
give me 35 tonight, man, for Mr. Vosh. We need 35.
we need to
tonight,
send.
man.
We need to send Vosh off to Vegas in a good.
He gonna need a wheelchair by Sunday.
Come on, man. Y'all got to stop this.
You think you can win a championship with him being your number 2? Porzingis?
Not with LeBron and them.
Yeah, well,
Not with
against
Kawhi
these
and them.
other guys, Yeah.
Not with Durant and them.
I mean, they're not even playing basketball right now. James, we just found out James Harden is going to probably. He might be done for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it might be.
He might be done for the rest of the season.
indefinitely. So.
There's just too many teams with bigger twos.
Yeah, the Mavericks just aren't on that
than
level.
Porzingis.
I think if things leveled off, I think he could be the second best player on the championship team. But they have to add some more pieces behind it. It can't just be Luka, KP, and then what they have right now. That's not gonna get it.
Okay.
That's not gonna get it.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because this came up a lot last night on the postgame show. I don't know if you know, me and Billy, we do a postgame show over on
Man,
Facebook.
I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, bro, see, we got
I've
more.
on a couple times.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. If we do video calls, man. You can always hop in, man.
Okay,
Anytime.
Love to have you, man.
We the people have been dying to get Ash
Yeah, I was
Tobosh
like,
T and
man,
face on
y'all,
that post game show.
they
I was
really
like,
are.
man,
They really are.
I was like, y'all the ones that use live in the best way, man. So many people get on live and then just stare at it. And then none of their friends join, and they just keep staring. Like I'm waiting for somebody to get on here,
No.
and it'd be 10 minutes later, and they still.
It's still on one person,
Yeah.
one or two birds. No.
I'm glad. Yeah. It's working, ain't it?
Yeah, be hitting that button.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
I'm gonna go
comment.
live. I'm gonna go live, and nobody cares what they talking about. But nah, y'all use it in the right way, man.
Thank you, appreciate it. See,
Try to do
man,
what we can.
people like us, man.
Yeah, we try to do what we can.
They like us, man.
I'm just a guy, though.
Yeah, and we've been for real. The people do want to hear at Tobox 10 on the post game
Yeah,
show.
they're
I told them
constantly-
one night,
Y'all
one
need to
night
tell the
with
truth
him.
about Porzingis one time though. But y'all.
Whoa! We keep it very. We don't do fraudulent activity over on that page, on that post game show. We keep it very real. We don't keep it fraudulent at all.
Yeah.
But Vosh, a situation that came up last night after last night's game that was heavy on the conversation was this Rick Carlisle deal, and moving on from him. That's resurfaced again after these last couple losses. Is it time?
No,
No.
I don't think it's time.
How many more years do you want to give Rick Carlisle?
You have another. Rick Carlisle is one of the most blessed coaches out there. Won a championship. He had Dirk Nowitzki, one of the top 10, or maybe Fringe top 15 players of all time. Now you turn around and you got Luka.
Now, he's not going to be here for all of Lukas' career.
That's fine.
Okay.
But you are very influential to his tutelage. And you use Dirk to basically train him on the job, right? Dirk checks out. Dirk goes, hey, young fella, here's what you got now. And I think that Rick Carlisle can, pretty much make this dude into a man at some point. And if you look at it, Rick Carlisle used to kill point guards, right? Luka's
he's the one. Luka's the one point guard he can't kill though.
Right, and so even Jalen Brunson is the same thing. So
he loves him.
I actually give Rick Carlisle a lot of leeway.
You give him a lot of leeway.
But I also will kill him at the same time. But I give him a lot of leeway because of what he had, what he did with that, and what he's inheriting and trying to keep this whole thing going again. So that, he has all the praise for me. I personally like him. And so, it's not time for you to go anywhere right now because, and I'm going to ask you this question, Walt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure everybody at home is asking the same question. Who the fuck do you want to replace Rick Carlisle?
This came up last night. We can't be afraid to fire Rick Carlisle because we don't have anybody next. Now, here's what I said last night on the postgame show.
That's a pretty good reason not to.
No.
Pretty good reason.
Do you think any coach in the league said, "Well, we can't fire him because we don't have anybody next"? So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure. First off, the Mavericks don't choose bad coaches. They have not chosen bad coaches since they started.
Since what?
Since they started.
Since they started what?
Draft whatever. Since they got the Mavericks to me.
Okay, so in the break, I'm gonna give you a lot of coaches that shouldn't have been damn coaches.
Head coaches are just.
I'm talking about in my lifetime for
Talking about here?
I'm talking about for the Mavericks, for the Dallas Mavericks.
All right.
They don't choose bad coaches.
Okay.
Don Nelson. Don Nelson did his thing.
Go way back before then.
Well, I can't.
I'm 40, so I've seen them.
Yeah, okay, you see. I said in my lifetime.
Yeah.
That's what I said in my lifetime.
You just want 6 years younger than me.
Okay, but my Mavericks
Avery
go.
was a good coach too.
Avery got us to the finals.
Did he though?
Yes, he did.
Okay, just because you
Go ahead.
all right.
He got you.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Avery Johnson took the team over in 2005. I'm sorry, 2006. 5 or 6, right? They went to the finals his second or first year in the.
He took over a team that
That
was
was already
to him, right?
by Donnie. Oh, Donnie had that.
So,
thing.
Remember they lost Steve Nash.
Was
Remember
Barry Switzer a good coach?
No,
too?
and remember they lost Steve Nash.
Barry Switzer a good coach?
But they lost Steve Nash that year, so all he had was Dirk
But
and
Cuban made a
Jason
call.
Terry.
it looked like Nash was on the decline, and he was not balling like he did. In
I just
Phoenix.
didn't think Nash. I just never thought that after a while it got to a point where I didn't feel like Nash and Dirk would ever win a championship because the best thing for them was that they split apart because they had so much success right after they split apart. When they split apart, hell, it was them two that was running the NBA. Nash was MVP. He won it back to back, and then Dirk came around and went back to back. Hell, Dirk went to the finals.
That team had help though.
What?
And you know what's funny? Nash was hurting. His body was like he
Breaking
was
down.
hurting, bro.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't know what he took, but he went to
That's
the
it. I
Suns.
mean, we had we had Josh Howard that year.
and he was a great rookie.
Right.
So I mean, that team was. I mean, they won what 67 games.
And they had 60.
But even before then, when Avery was there, like
Avery was assistant coach. Remember, Avery was assistant coach
Right.
when
Donnie
Donnie Nelson left.
Nelly would have to go smoke some weed every so often, and he would give it to Avery. You know, they had guys on that team like Ray LaFrance, Nick Van Exel. That team was still scoring. You know,
Jed.
the 03 Mavericks should have won championship too.
Yeah.
Didn't Dirk get hurt that year with his ankle and he couldn't
First
play?
round, right?
Yeah. No, that was like the West. I think it was West Conference Finals.
No.
It was if it wasn't the West Conference, it was the second.
Semis.
It was semis or Western Conference
Against the
Finals.
Spurs, because they didn't want to play him because they didn't want to run the risk of messing up his career. But that team had Walter Wizard, whatever his last name was.
Walt Williams.
Yeah,
with the Sox.
The Wizard, yeah.
So that's what brings me to. So was it they was winning despite Avery, or was they winning because of Avery?
See why
They
we
were
doing
winning
it?
because
Why
of
are we trying to discredit Avery? The
I'm
man
not-
came here.
I'm just
The man
saying.
came here and took the team to the finals. I mean, instantly.
So you gonna give Avery credit for that?
I am gonna give him. He
That's
was a
what
head
you're doing?
coach. His first year, he came
The
in.
same Avery.
So was Barry Switzer a good coach to you?
Sorry, Cat.
Barry
Yeah.
Switzer came in.
Barry Switzer won a Super Bowl, didn't he? I'm not gonna say he's a good coach. As long as you win,
Same situation.
As long as you win.
took
For
over.
me, I'm a Dubs guy. You know, everybody knows I'm a Dubs guy.
So if I just
I'm
stand
not-
on the
that-
sideline and y'all, I'm like, there's the ball, y'all go win.
What do you mean?
I get credit?
Dirk, he got Dirk. What's the name?
He got
He won Coach of the Year and Dirk an MVP.
They won 67 games.
Okay, let's.
So was it because
So
Avery?
anybody could have came in here and coached that year is what you're saying.
How
dare you? How dare you?
That team was pretty stacked up though, man. If you think
They
about it.
still
had
got
a
a coach
hot
that, though.
year.
Yeah, really. I mean, look at Steve Nash in Brooklyn. If they win, nobody's gonna say Steve Nash is a great coach.
You manage personalities.
That's it.
You manage personalities, but does that make you a great coach?
I think.
And he
I
lost
think
one,
they
too.
did. What's
And
it?
he lost one.
What?
You forget.
I think he had a great. What we had Stackhouse that year.
Well,
Yeah, he had a rotation
had your man
right.
Keith
But
Van
you-
Horn
but
out
you,
there too,
you
man.
forget that he pissed off one key ingredient on that
Dirk.
damn team. No, he didn't piss off Dirk. He pissed off Josh Howard. Okay, and so
But we
him and
said
Josh
Josh Howard a
Howard,
couple weeks ago.
he and Josh Howard were beefing during the playoffs, during like the finals, man. Like he lost Josh, and so and I'm sure he's watching right now. Hey, Josh, but no,
I mean, we just had him
but
on.
he lost Josh. Josh went out partying despite what Avery was talking about. So he's talking about managing personalities. You lost one of your biggest people on your damn team.
Very, very key component.
Yeah, Josh Howard was so key that year. Like
Yes,
he
he
would
was.
score 8 to 10 points the first quarter,
Yeah.
almost every game,
Yeah.
and get them off to a hot
Get them off
start.
to a hot start.
And all of a sudden he
He came on the show and credited it to Avery Johnson. He said, matter of fact, he models his coaching career after Avery Johnson right now while he's coaching.
Well, how come Avery can't keep a job then?
I mean, when he was in Alabama, they actually were pretty good. They
They
lost.
had Colin.
Yeah, Colin Sexton. And
Right.
then they lost that year, and Colin left, and they were like, all right, Avery, we're done.
So I mean, again, I ask you why he can't keep a job?
I'm gonna
I
say,
can
if
say the
everybody
same thing-
keep crediting
Okay,
you,
well, I can say the thing with Rick Carlisle until he got to Dallas.
No,
he got
because
bounced around. He was
no,
Detroit.
because he was damn good. He
He
was
was-
damn good with Detroit.
but they didn't win.
That's fine. I
Larry
mean,
Brown came. Larry Brown came in next year and won.
only one team win.
And then he went to your Pacers.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
only one
He
team
was
win a
good
year.
there. He was good there.
Oh yeah, I was upset when he left.
Yeah,
the
Rick Carlisle's a
game.
damn good coach, bro.
I
was
mean, we didn't talk
upset.
about how good. You asked me about
And
him
he, has,
leaving.
and he has a ring.
Yeah, he
So,
does now because he felt
you trying to get rid of him because you want guys like Jason Kidd to come in here.
That's not just all I want. I actually would like prefer Juwan Howard to come here.
And you
But
want
that's a
Juwan
story
Howard
for
to come
another
in
day.
because he just got hired from Michigan and took him to
But
the.
that's a whole nother thing. Here's the thing. This wasn't even my deal. My thing.
You tweeted it.
Yo,
And
I said we got to stop with this whole idea that
You
we
want
can't.
Juwan Howard?
Yeah, I would love Juwan Howard.
what I'm
Great
saying?
leader of men.
See.
But the thing is that I said we got to stop this whole we can't fire Rick because we don't have anybody next up in line or we can't find anybody. Rick ain't gonna even be here for forever.
How
You
you-
better start looking for
How do
You
you
don't
know
know that?
How do you know?
the
Look
man.
down at San Antonio.
No, I'm saying he's not gonna be with Dallas.
I'm saying, look at San Antonio. They got
Okay,
they
but
got still there.
he's not gonna. He's
may-
not
he
gonna.
may.
He's been in the league since 1996. He ain't gonna be there that much longer.
But he started as a GM first,
Right.
And so I mean, Rick has this. I mean, bro. Okay, so coaches love to coach. They
Yeah.
just do. And with Rick Carlisle, bro, he will be here until he gets fired.
I've figured out that
don't say his daughter. He's going. No.
I'm saying he's gonna walk off. He's gonna walk off when he's ready. I don't think Cuban's
I just said
fire.
that. That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna fire himself at this point.
Right, but he still loves to coach.
Yeah, and I've said numerous times. You take Rick Carlisle, put him on the Milwaukee Bucks championship tomorrow. But the Dallas Mavericks, they're not going to provide him with a roster in time for him to win a championship.
He's loving coaching a top 5 player in the game. He's good. Trust me.
I don't know.
There's a lot of excitement still left in that Rick Carlisle body.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I don't know about all that.
I didn't know this.
He already killed one point guard.
I didn't know this. You not a Luka guy?
I am a Luka. I'm a big time Luka. I'm the reason Luka's here.
I'm just saying you're not ready to throw out the great. You don't think he's top 5?
I'm not ready to throw out the great yet.
Not ready to
I'm not ready to give him the great yet. I'm not ready. What's wrong with me saying that? Don't mean I hate him. I'm just saying I'm not ready to give him the great yet.
I mean, is it?
He's got a lot of
either him or Zion is the next face.
He's got
of
a
the
lot
NBA,
of,
right?
as Billy likes to say, step back jack in him.
Yeah. We got to get that out of there, man.
I mean, the leading scorer of the league has a lot of that.
But I'm just saying,
but who are we talking about?
Harden.
Yeah, but he's much better at Luka than that. He's much better at doing that than Luka is. Luka's not a good 3-point shooter, man, at all. James Harden can light you up from all over the place. Luka can score too. I mean, he can score big.
Out there in Brooklyn.
Yeah, right there from the what you call it, the treatment room.
Yeah,
one line from the treatment room. With James Harden.
But my thing is with Rick Carlisle, I just don't feel the Mavericks are going to provide him with a roster good enough for him to win a championship in his next couple years. They keep turning over the locker room and they keep giving up draft picks.
Well, I mean,
we don't have anything to build on.
I contribute that to a lot, and I've noticed this, and I've said this like over the years. Big free agents don't seem to like to come to Dallas, either the Cowboys or the Mavericks for some reason.
Okay, so
the Cowboys.
This is what I have researched and come to the conclusion on. Okay, so we were talking about this the other night too. When players we think what Rondo did was effed up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when players like Rondo leave, they go talk to other players and say, well, what happened in Dallas? And he come and say, man, you don't want to go to Dallas. They play in the system there. All right, scratch it. We'll throw him away. Guy like Steph Curry comes here, leaves, goes to Philly, is playing tremendous, gets on TV and says, well, I think they made a mistake by trading me, but I understand they made a business decision. So they ask him, Seth, what happened? Man, I scored 20 points tonight. Next night, I only get 5 minutes on the court. I don't get to play. So other players see what's going on. They like, man, I don't know if I want to go down there and deal with that. And some players, they don't want to play in the system. They want to do what they want to do.
So how do you break that? Because if we're saying it's the system, then the only way to break that trend is to get rid of Rick Carlisle because he's the one that's running that whole system in that way, right?
I mean, yeah, but I mean that's either that or he's gonna have to change or conform. But we know he ain't changing or conforming.
But no, he is.
No, because we see him and Luka arguing all the time on the court.
We really don't though.
Yeah, we really do.
What years past we did?
No, even this season I've seen it's been times I've seen him a couple games. It was one game he told Rick, "Don't take me out." He was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And Rick's like, "Get over here."
I mean, like you said, if you got that step back in and you're not making them, sometimes you need to.
Well, no, it was after he got fouled. He had a certain number of fouls, and Luka wanted to stay in the game, and Rick was like, "Nah, get it, come on." And he's like, no, let me. And he's like, no, don't do it. He's like, no, get out. Let's go. They had
that's not really arguing.
I mean, but I'm saying they had a little spats. And what coach and player don't have their spats?
Well, I mean, it seems like it just seems like well, I remember when Cuban was supposed to meet with
D. Will.
Yeah,
D. Will. Yeah,
he was supposed to meet with him, and whatever happened, he didn't. And then was it the year when they wanted to go after the Dwight Howard?
Right.
And that didn't fall through. It just seemed like even before everybody, those guys was leaving, it just seemed like they haven't been able to land that big free agent.
I've also started to question if that whole sexual assault thing is kind of pushing players away too. Here recently.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna share with y'all.
Uh-oh, breaking news.
That's not breaking news. To me, it's a culture thing.
Okay.
It's a culture thing with the organization. It's a city thing. That I really don't want to dive too deep into it because take me a month to explain. No, but it's a culture thing in Dallas. LaMarcus taught us, like LaMarcus Aldridge showed us a little bit of it because he's from here. Julius Randle has shown a little bit of it. Like they miss on guys who are not quote unquote maverick guys. And when I say that, okay, so if you look at it, like they want to go get guys who, and I'm gonna say it, I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize already. I'm sorry, Kat. But like they go get guys who, you know, kind of look like them and fit like them.
Yeah.
They had Dirk, you know, and he was awesome, and they had this maverick way. If you go to a Maverick game, just watch how those guys act on the sideline and how they are together. You know, like they go get guys who have the dad pedigree.
Yeah.
Who fit, you know, with NBA type situations
Role
or whatever.
players.
They don't go get guys who have pure raw talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They go get a guy who I already know his dad plays, so he'll be good. His dad played, so he'll be good.
Shot Jalen Brunson.
Well, not shot. But
This dude right here is Luka. I had to take
Bron
my
is
ass.
here. He didn't call me and let me know.
I had to take my ass way across the pond
Yeah.
just to go get this dude. And I love drafting over there, whereas the league is centered in America around dark-skinned dudes who they pass on. What we got?
They love a European guy.
Yeah.
They love going.
Cheap shot him.
Live,
AD with a nut shot. Oh, he hit him in the nuts.
live coverage of us not watching.
Kristaps
the games
Porzingis
here.
getting hit in the nuts live on television. He's up.
Okay.
He's probably farting and everything right now.
Yeah, AD, come on, man.
That was a cheap shot. It's all right.
Dirty. You're
It's all right.
better than that, man.
It's all right. Pick him up. Yeah, no technical foul on that. Rick's upset. Rick's very upset. But you make a very valid point. But and it's also agent has also said to the point of the deal is that here in Dallas, you know,
The biggest thing here in Dallas is Dallas Cowboys. You ain't gonna be bigger than Dallas Cowboys. I don't care who you are.
You won't.
Now
You
when
won't.
you come here, you ain't gonna be bigger than Luka or the Dallas Cowboys.
That's not it, dog.
But not only do they say that, they say the deal is that, you know, we don't have any. We're not close to a beach. We're not Hollywood. We're not any of that stuff. That's another reason why some players don't want to come here. Like Dallas is somewhere you want to go to retire and live a good life. Like when you want to go party and have fun, you go into LA or Miami. That's what you're doing.
This area is not live.
Yeah, it's not live. Like you said, like Toa said, the clubs here, we were talking about that in the garage the other day. The clubs here, you know, they prejudice and racist. You got this on, you can't come in the club. Like they'll even do it to superstars here. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure some of the guys that have been here, they probably experienced it too already. So there's a lot that goes in here. Like we don't have a nightlife. Like we used, like back from 2008 to 12, we had a nightlife. Now we don't have a nightlife. There's no nightlife here.
It's not live at all here.
Yeah.
And then for it not to be live,
I mean, you don't have to pay the state tax.
DFW, forget the state tax.
Yeah, they don't even care about that.
I'm telling you right now. 6'8" dudes with speed, with 40-inch verticals, and with a lot of money in their pocket, don't give a shit about state taxes.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They either want a ring or they want money and women. That's the only three things. That's the only three things that I can think of. Besides, and your city has to welcome you. Your city has to welcome players. Your city has to welcome these type of people. And this city is not fitting. It's not fitted for those type of guys. It's the wrong league. It's the wrong league.
So
bro.
so I'll tell you this. Chris Arnold vouched for it. This is who told me the story, and he'll say that he'll tell you this if you ask him. He said that when Rondo was here and Monte Ellis was here, this was the year they got. I think they had Chandler Parsons too. Mm-hmm. Rondo was in Monte Ellis' ear, telling him, "Bro, don't stay here with this team. You see, they finna pay this white boy all this money. They want to give him. He's the star. You ain't gonna get. They're not gonna pay you the money that they paying him. You need to bounce up out of here."
I know.
And that's where that came from Chris
Smith.
Arnold. And that came from Chris Arnold, who told me that story live. He said Rondo was in Monte Ellis' ear telling him, "Bruh, don't you
I sure wish I'd have kept him. We didn't want him in Indiana. I'll tell you that.
Still upset about that?
I'm still upset.
I mean, you got Monte at the end of this career, but Monte balled here in Dallas.
Oh man, but no, I remember Dennis Smith's rookie year. It was the Dennis Smith show.
It was, and you know
Dennis
what?
Smith was everywhere.
And you know what's funny? Him and Rick didn't get along, and he was gone.
I think it was you had to move Dennis Smith because when Luka came, when I went to a game Dennis Smith rookie year, it was
bananas.
Man,
He made the dunk contest. Everybody's excited about Dennis. Luka came
the night they drafted Luka. The Dennis Smith poster came down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a poster, and Dennis Smith was just peeking behind Luka, like, "Hey guys, I'm still here."
And he was excited about playing with Luka. Like he was all on the radio saying, "Man, me and Luka, we bought." Man, they even did
That little white man can
the
jump.
white man can't jump. Woody Harrelson
that,
and Wesley Snipes photo of them.
Man,
And he would go on radio and say, "Man, you got to see us when we playing pickup game. Like me and Luka, we unstoppable. We can't be beat." And for whatever reason, just like Tobash is saying, when he got on the court, I still feel like Sean Sharif got him traded. But he would say that, well, he's all pouty. Why is he all pouty on the floor? Because he wanted to go out there and Dennis Smith did, but Rick was like, no, I want you to run this play. Run the play like I want you to run it. And he like, nah, man, I want to go out here and dunk.
Yeah.
I want to Russell Westbrook it.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's what he was good at.
And that's what he's good at. But
he
Rick was
was.
like, no, I need you. I'm calling the play, run it.
But part of me think I don't really believe Dennis Smith was happy.
He wasn't because
You a man.
he wanted to be.
I think it was like you were told, hey, here's the
the man.
keys
Yeah.
to this car.
Yeah.
And he's like, hold on, let me have them back.
Right.
Let me have them back real quick. And you see them hand them to somebody else. I think that as a man,
Yeah.
that would upset you.
Yeah.
I think they had to move him. Like, yeah, I think
They did, but at the same time, him and Rick were butting heads like hard, like for real hard.
but he bumped heads with everybody, right?
He did, but it was they were bumping heads like real hard.
Carlisle bumped heads.
But it was with Jason Kidd,
Yeah.
and they said Jason Kidd had to go in there and check him and say, "Hey, bro, you just let me do me.
Let me do this. I'm
Let me
a
do
Hall
this.
of Fame.
I got this. You let me do this." And then all of a sudden, he stepped back, and what they do, they went to the final.
championship.
But that's Jason Kidd. He's got clout. Dennis Smith Jr. don't have no clout like that.
right.
So you
And
see,
his game was a little bit different as well. Like, I mean, y'all say, I want to go dunk. For my point guard, okay, cool. That's going to bring, people in the stands, but that's not going to elevate us into the standings. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you have a guy like that, but what is he doing with Dirk? What is he doing with the team? What is he doing to elevate this team? And I think his game wasn't geared up for that. I think Luka's game was more geared up to help the team,
Right.
And of course, get this shield built around him. Hell, even if Dennis Smith Jr. was still here, I think he would be okay with Luka. It was just the timing,
Right.
the timing of the whole thing. He had to go. And what's better, getting Dennis Smith Jr. to be your number two, or getting this guy who's 7'2" and they can drop bombs from deep and also score in the inside?
but you
to be your
say,
number
but he
two.
doesn't play a lot of games.
That's something that we didn't even know until he was already a Maverick because he was injured. And it took him.
Well, he was
a
injured when
year-
we got him.
It took him a year and a half to get back on the court. That should have told me a lot. And also, you're having fights in the club, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about.
And then he had a
because
sexual scandal deal.
you go get him
Man,
and all his bullshit
back
back
under the rug real smooth, didn't it?
real quick. Real quick. You forgot about that, didn't you?
I forgot all
You
about
forgot all
that. Yeah, I forgot all about that. They swept that real smooth.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that girl disappeared. Boy.
Sound like you know that with that money, boy, it make you do everything. It make you disappear like a motherfucker.
Boy, they sent her to an island somewhere.
Yeah,
boy.
she developed amnesia. Huh? What happened? Real quick after she got
Who?
that check.
No, I don't even know.
I don't even know who it is. But for the most part, and I do have this question quick before we wrap the segment up. There's been a comparison between Jerry Jones and Mark Cuban. They're handling business the same way. So I guess the question is that with them at GM, who's going to win championship first, or who would you rather have, Mark Cuban or Jerry Jones?
As a owner,
The owner, GM, because I mean he pretty much admitted today that he's GMing too.
yeah.
Cuban is.
Give me.
I mean, they both like player owners, like, you know, the players can go and talk to him and all that stuff, but I don't see those guys being similar.
What they're talking about as far as getting talent, you know, how they view the team, like they're running the team the same way. Like we're not in the free agency. We're not going for that or whatever. We're not going after big names or whatever.
I don't. You said so. What's the question? Who wins the championship first?
I guess who would you rather have at this point? Carlisle. I mean, not Rick Carlisle. Mark Cuban or Jerry Jones? There's it.
Well, I would have Mark Cuban because one, he's younger.
Okay.
Two, his league right now is only dominated pretty much by one person, who's on his way out the door as well. The Cowboys got to worry about the whole division and their owner and GM. And so I think Cuban.
Reggie, you think real hard.
I think that Cuban situation is a little bit better than that Cowboy situation.
So
That's tough.
yeah, so it's a stumper.
The Mavericks only have LeBron to worry about right now, so you're good there.
Well, no, you got that situation in Brooklyn for right now to worry about.
Yeah, but
that won't last.
That's
long.
beatable because those three sensitive motherfuckers.
I'm gonna say Kyrie gonna blow that up.
Yeah.
Kyrie gonna blow that up soon.
You got three of the most sensitive dudes in the league. I won't count them right now. I'm worried about AD, LeBron, and then maybe Giannis and Kawhi. That's it. And Jokic. That's it.
What about Embiid? You're not taking
Nope,
Embiid
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
That will take care of itself in the East.
Okay.
I'm just worried about the West. It's not really a problem. Dirk ran through 6 or 5 different superstars. He ran through He ran through top 5 players. He went through LeBron, Wade. He went through Bosh. He went through Kobe. He went through Duncan.
OKC.
He went through everybody, right?
All three of the OKC guys:
Right.
James Harden, KD, and Westbrook.
Luka, you ain't got. We're pretty much worried about that.
Well, I'm just saying-
the Cowboys can got their own way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So then, who wins the championship first? Mavericks.
The
or
Mavericks.
Cowboys?
The Mavericks will. It's been it's been 25 years since I was a freshman in high school.
You know what you were doing back in '94?
I was 10 years old, man, playing Mario or something.
I was playing Sega.
They can't get out their own way, bro.
Reggie still stumped over there. Who you?
Still stumped.
They're the Knicks of the NFL.
What a terrible.
Wow, that's a harsh comparison. That's
Oh,
a very
that's-
harsh comparison. So Jerry's gonna be kicking legends out of the AT&T Stadium pretty soon. Is that what I'm understanding? That's what it sounds like.
What do you mean?
You know, James Dolan, he's kicking Knicks legends out of.
Oh shit! Yeah, well, now because Jerry not sensitive like that, you know, which is pretty good.
I thought him and
He
Dion
just-
are on speaking terms.
Jerry just wants to touch stuff and do stuff, and I get that.
Jerry seems like he always just wanted the credit. I still think if Jimmy would have said all this is because of Jerry, I think he would still.
That'll get him in the ring of honor Ring of Honor right now. If he came
If
out,
he
and
was
said
like, you know what, I couldn't have done this without. I think he'd still be coaching to this day. That ego is a
that, mofo. Like Toby said, the only thing that happened is the owner and the coach got drunk and started talking shit to each other one night.
And that's what tore up the whole dynasty.
That's what tore up a whole dynasty.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, a lot of machismo will do it. A lot of negative energy will do it, and also a lot of alcohol will do it. Like I don't see Cuban. Cuban doesn't have to worry about Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, the owner, doesn't have to worry about Mark Cuban, the GM. He just chills. He has a lot of other endeavors that he
Dirk
loves
even
to
said
do.
one time he had to have a conversation with him when he was getting off,
And he
was
chilled.
Like, and he's like, "Man, you're killing me out there, man."
And he chilled.
You're making it harder on me.
So now Cuban can't. I mean, Cuban picks his feet up all the time.
See,
He's
you
good.
know what? I'll lean towards Cuban because of that. I think Cuban will listen to other people more often than Jerry will. Jerry, you'll tell Jerry, he'll be like, okay, and Jerry's still gonna make his own decision.
I see he's calmed down on the political stuff. Everybody thought he was gonna be trying to run for president. Like he's like pretty much like killed that.
Like I think the only time I think I seen, what was it, Manziel, when Jerry was like, I want him, and everybody was able to talk him down.
No, he was just. Steven said he slapped his hand. He keep from putting that name in that deal,
So
in that basket. Because he said he had. They said he had it. He was ready to drop it in there, and they stopped him.
And I think and that's Jerry. I don't see Cuban doesn't come off that same way. Like Cuban will.
Oh no, he don't even believe in the draft. He don't even believe in the draft, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's take a break real quick when we come back.
We got to talk Tovash's Rangers. We got to figure out what's going on there. They got a dub just yesterday, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a pretty nice one. They had home runs everywhere.
Oh,
You
wow.
see that bit? They had home runs flying all over out there. So let's take a break and come back real quick. Let's talk Rangers before we get out of here real quick. Right here next on DallasOnAir.com.